Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Dacia campaign. We are currently fighting a war on three fronts. In the north, we've been attacked by the Scythians, and we are currently trying to fight them off outside of Porlisum. Should be a relatively easy battle as we now finally have an army including chosen swordsmen, soon to include chosen archer warband, with their incredible long-range missiles. So Scylurus, our youngest general, probably not our best general, but he's doing all right so far. He will be in command of our most technologically advanced army, and his job will be to fight off Captain Atheus, and then head north and take out Captain Eminus and his somewhat large, somewhat scary army, and then finally head over to Campus Scythii itself and deal a deadly blow to the Scythians by taking their capital. And they actually have some pretty decent armies in Campus Scythii and to the north with Captain Eminus, so this definitely will not be a complete pushover. In the south, we are locked in deadly battle with the Macedonians, but with the help of our Scythian mercenaries, we really have an overwhelming advantage in almost any battle against the Macedonians, so I really think we can handle them. Last time we managed to sack Thessalonica, taking half of the population. So yeah, I feel pretty good about the Macedonian front, although they do have a lot of armies. So I do have to be somewhat careful. If I were to take some casualties with any of these Scythians, it would definitely be disastrous. And since we enslaved Thessalonica, we were able to take half of the population and ship it north to Segestica, as that was the only town which had a general sitting in the city at the time of the enslavement. So now Segestica is about to be a minor city in 3 turns. We still need to build up a lot of infrastructure before it's a powerhouse of training troops, but eventually Segestica will be very useful for sending armies into Italy, attacking the Gauls, so I'm very happy about that. Currently, we're just building some peasants here to send over the border to disband within Salona, so that Salona can get a little bit of growth as well. But yeah, we are still very concerned about Lugotorix. Once our faction leader Vezina heals up a little bit more from his little skirmish with Lugotorix, I'll send him north again to do another skirmish. We just want to weaken Lugotorix as much as possible. And let's see if we can get a view back of Patavium. There's a huge army at Patavium. Yeah, we can see the army if we just click on Patavium. So almost a full stack army in Patavium, and there's some troops around Patavium. So we are definitely very worried about the Gauls in case they come to attack Segestica, which is now a very valuable city for us. So we do need to keep an eye on them. In Segestica, all we have are Illyrian mercenaries and 2 generals. So not really the best garrison. But we're sending some troops over from Aquincum who will be able to reinforce Segestica just a little bit. First things first this turn, we're near the end of the turn. There's nothing really to do with Thessalonica because we're still repairing some troops, building some more garrison for Thessalonica. Luckily, we're able to build Chosen Archer Warband here, along with many other great things because it's a very big city. But over by Porlisum, we want to decide whether we should attack Captain Atheus. We have 1 Archer Warband, but next turn we'll have a Chosen Archer Warband, and that will limit any casualties we might take, so I'm tempted to just wait a turn. Yeah, we want to keep this army as strong as possible. We'll wait exactly 1 turn, get our Chosen Archer Warband, and then we'll attack Captain Atheus. Now, it is entirely possible that Captain Banat will lose this bridge battle because we don't have any heavy infantry here, and he's definitely outnumbered, but I'm honestly alright with that. If they push into our territory, it will just be a trap for them. I don't think that will go well for them. In Campus Scythii, I will train 1 more unit of Barbarian Cavalry and send over this unit of Barbarian Cavalry to Captain Edanthrus, just because we're going to need a lot of light cavalry to chase down the horse archers of the Scythians. So may as well prepare them now. Once Scylurus comes over with his army, we'll need those. And I'm going to go ahead and end the turn, but I definitely expect a counterattack with Thessalonica. There might be a lot of action between turns, so let's go ahead and see what happens. No counterattack, surprisingly, and they're not pushing into our territory. They might have just kind of given up. But up north, Captain Banat was attacked by Captain Eminus, so we'll have to see if we can manage a defense here. I doubt it because they brought so many missile troops. Oh my goodness, that many Scythian horse archers, so scary. Scythian horse archers are some of the scariest troops in the game, and they brought a lot of them, so this is probably going to be a just losing slowly situation, but yeah, we'll have to see. If we can cause a break, we still have a chance. So it is a foggy day. My plan here is honestly, I'm going to give as much room as possible from the water's edge, just because I don't want the Scythian horse archers to have a shot on me until they enter this section of the bridge. Because once they're here, I have the advantage that I can kind of bottleneck them with the warhounds, but I definitely do not have the advantage from the start when they can just shoot across the river and totally decimate my archer warband. So let's go ahead and set our unit formation to loose, see if that helps at all. And we'll just drop like this. Can we reach bridge at all? No, not quite. We need to move a little closer so we can reach the bridge, because there's no point in a bridge defense if you're not defending the bridge. A little bit closer, unfortunately. Yeah, that's good enough. As long as we can't reach any part of the other side, we should be okay. And the warhounds, we will move a little bit closer. We will deploy them as late as possible for the same reason. We don't want to take any unnecessary casualties. And let's go ahead and start the battle. Hopefully they don't have a shot on me without crossing the bridge, but we'll just have to see. Yeah, hopefully they don't use the bridge crossing over there. Looks like they might. I don't expect a victory here, but you never know. All right, so we already have a shot, which is not ideal because that means that they already have a shot. So I'm going to back up a little bit with all of my troops. I just don't want to take any casualties. And I want to inch slightly closer. We need to be as close as possible to the bridge while not taking any casualties. So as long as Noah's firing, we're okay. All right, so we have one unit of axemen coming. We're going to release the dogs now. And let's tell these archers to stop skirmishing. We're just going to have them fire as many arrows as possible before they die. Yeah, I knew this wouldn't work at all, but it was worth a try. Just get a couple kills. Not nearly enough troops. We just didn't have enough move points to reinforce the bridge. So I didn't really expect this to work. That's all right. We killed as many as we lost. So not the worst result in the world. But once we bring up Scylurus with his brand new tech army, we will easily be able to reclaim that bridge and push into Scythian territory. We have a suitable husband for Athena, who has good traits. Superior commander, untouched by fear, and publicly loyal are great traits. But he's already 42 years old, which is older than my faction leader. I'm going to say no to him because I do believe we'll get a better option soon. And honestly, I'm pretty surprised that the Macedonians didn't just combine these two armies. This would be a full stack army together and just attack Thessalonica right away. I still have the advantage in that I have Scythian mercenaries, but in a siege, they could have just kind of starved me out. They probably could have won that. So I'm not really sure what the plan is at this point, but I'm definitely going to use this opportunity to train more Chosen Archer Warband. The more units they let me train, the worse this will go for them. We'll take a look at our announcements in Campus Yazigis. We have a meeting hall, and we'll go ahead and build a trader here just for the population growth bonus of 0.5%. We're almost to a minor city in Campus Yazigis, which is very exciting. In Byzantium, we have a shrine to Zalmoxis, and we're going to go straight to Sacred Grove of Zalmoxis for those heavy weapon +1 and the extra public order bonus. Again, Byzantium is also almost to a minor city, so that's amazing. And in Aquincum, we have a muster field. Not much we're going to do with that. There's nothing going on in Aquincum, but you got to buy everything that you have the option to buy. Real quick, I'm going to see if I can get eyes on northern Italy. Yes, so we just have the army in Patavium, and look how scary it is, but no other troops around Patavium. So let's go back and get an eye on Lugotorix, who again has not moved. I wonder if this guy's just going to sit here until he dies of old age. I mean, he's only 31, but he's been here for like 5 years. We'll take a look at our end of turn report. We lost 3,130 denarii that turn, unfortunately. At this point, our army is getting very bloated. We are going to have more income soon once these cities grow, but yeah, we're definitely going to have a slightly harder time financially in the coming turns. The good news is, before I spend anything this turn, I do have 4,322 in profits, so, you know, the economy is doing well. Definitely salvageable, but yeah, got to keep an eye on that. I honestly wonder whether the Macedonians want a ceasefire because they're kind of retreating their spies, they're retreating their troops. I almost want to talk to them about a ceasefire. I don't really want a ceasefire, but I'll take it temporarily for the extra trade. Nope, they don't want a ceasefire, so maybe they're just rallying troops, but yeah, I think I will rally troops more effectively than they will, so I'm not sure what their plan is. Now, on the Scythian front, they didn't really capitalize on that victory they had over Captain Banat. They just kind of retreated, and they're kind of retreating with Captain Atheist as well. I think they know that they're about to lose that army. So now we have our chosen archer warband. I'm happy to confront Captain Atheist. And I'm wondering if I have enough room to attack. Okay, I did have enough move points to attack this army. Let's move it here. I'm not going to have enough move points to attack now, but with Scylurus, I could start the battle, but then I wouldn't have a general. Maybe I'll just be safe, bring Scylurus into the army so that we have a general, and we'll attack next turn. I'm going to send Captain Banat's somewhat battered army back to Campo Scythian for repairs. We'll send him up to the bridge again once we have some slight repairs, and maybe with a few more reinforcements. So we do have a rebel army here right behind Captain Idanthrasis. We can mostly ignore him for now. We'll deal with him when Scylurus comes up with the chosen army. And Scylurus doesn't have the move points to attack Captain Atheist because we just used all our move points, but we do have a unit of barbarian cavalry in Campo Scythian, so if we can reach Captain Atheist, we can start this battle. Let's see if we can do it. Yes, we can. So yeah, this is a really weak army, just a unit of Archer Warband and a unit of Axemen. Definitely cannot keep up with Scylurus's army, especially with the chosen Archer Warband in tow. But yeah, let's see how this goes. Ooh, it's a very snowy day. That's fun. We're gonna make it a little less snowy. There we go. We'll go ahead and start the battle because we need to wait for Scylurus's reinforcements to arrive. So let's just hang out with Scylurus. And I believe Scylurus, just given the fact that he doesn't have the gold star as a general, I don't think he has the morale benefits of a main general, unfortunately. So I have to be somewhat careful, but I won't need morale benefits in this battle. I just have to be, somewhat smart. So let's go ahead and pull up our infantry. It's going to take a while to get over there, but yeah, we have a huge range advantage with these chosen Archer Warband, so their Archer Warband really has no hope here. We'll pull up our cavalry just to chase anyone down in this battle. And let's slow things down just a little bit. We'll go ahead and grab our chosen Archer Warband, pull them up front, and I'll have them target whoever they can reach. And then we'll make up a line of chosen swordsmen in case we need them. And we'll bring up the Archer Warband as well to deal with the Axemen. So chosen Archer Warband are not quite in range. There we go, now they are. So they'll take some shots at the Axemen. But I'm just going to retreat if they're charging with their Axemen. No reason to walk into prepared heavy infantry. So go ahead, run up the hill, and they'll come into range of my standard Archer Warband as well, and then my cavalry. So if they want to charge, they can. I'm not really sure this makes sense for them, but go for it. Nope, yeah, they don't want to deal with this. We'll shoot them in the back with both units of archers, and yeah, I don't think they're enjoying this very much. They're down to 107, yeah. 90, 80, not going well. At this point, it is safe to bring up both units of archers slightly closer. We will use the chosen Archer Warband to attack the Archer Warband, and we'll use my Archer Warband to attack the Axemen if we get into range, but I don't want anyone to be in range of the Archer Warband, so we're going to completely avoid them until we've weakened them a lot. Alright, I'm going to back up with my Archer Warband because they are pursuing. Let's go ahead and shoot these Axemen with my standard Archer Warband. And we're shooting their Archer Warband with my chosen Archer Warband. And we're kind of getting charged in a weird way. Let's go ahead and retreat both units of archers. And honestly, we can clean up these Axemen with my cavalry now. We don't want to lose any more chosen Archer Warband. We already took some casualties, unfortunately. So, nice, quick fight. Axemen are gone. We'll deal with the Archer Warband now. Shouldn't have any more casualties. Perfect, we'll just run down the last few troops. And we lost 16 Chosen Archer Warband, unfortunately, but we can train more in Porlisum, so not a big deal. It's a good little victory for Scylurus. We did manage to heal back 3 of our Chosen Archer Warbands, so, you know, it's okay. Definitely a positive outcome for us. And I'll merge in my Barbarian Cavalry into Scylurus' army. And we have to decide whether we attack the city first or attack Captain Emenos first. I honestly think we're going to need a little bit more strength just because we now know Captain Emenos is entirely horse archers. We could probably win a bridge battle, but only if they charged really stupidly across the bridge, so yeah, this is still going to be somewhat challenging to win, even though we now have this really strong army. At Salona, Vezina has 76 heavy cavalry now. I can't remember if he had slightly more at one point, but I think he's ready to attack Lugotorix again. Just another swing, weaken him a little bit more. So let's go up to Lugotorix. Next turn, he will attack and deal another blow to Lugotorix. We just want to weaken his army, kick him out of here eventually, maybe even kill the man himself. And yeah, I need to decide what I want to do with Scylurus. I don't know how to proceed with fighting. I know I can win at Campus Scythia just because they don't have any horse archers here. So maybe that's the approach. Just go to Campus Scythia, go to the battle I think I can win, reunite with Captain Adanthrasis, and deal with the horse archers later. I'll set a course for this rebel army, and we'll deal with them. We'll be all right. Now we do have the option to just get aggressive and start attacking Macedonian armies before they unite. I think I'm going to take that option. Let's take Skyles the Conqueror, Partitua, Duras, and 3 units of Scythian mercenaries, and step out of the city. And is Thessalonica going to be under control? Not really. So we need to win this battle and then get back to Thessalonica. But it shouldn't be too difficult. Just need to be somewhat aware of what they're doing with their cavalry. This is just a family member, so he shouldn't have too much heavy cavalry. I think we can handle this. I do love Skyles the Conqueror. The sound of this man's voice, even clouds change their flight across the heavens. So good. And Doukalos is a 17-year-old philosopher. He's good at management, and that's about it. So probably not the best general for this fight. They probably should have reunited with Captain Antisthenes, but they didn't, so should be relatively easy. So in this battle, the Scythian mercenaries will be the star of the show, but I still need to use my generals to fend off any light cavalry that might come after my Scythians, so I need to be somewhat smart. We'll go ahead and pull up the Scythians a little bit, and we'll keep the generals nearby. We'll group them up just because they are kind of a blunt force, so we don't really need to be too precise with them. Put them over here. Perfect. And the Scythians are not yet in range, but they should be any moment. The Levy Pikemen are nearly in range. Let's pull up a little bit closer. We would love to get some shots on the little Levy Pikemen early. They're kind of retreating. I wonder if they'll retreat from this battle when it goes poorly. Probably not. I feel like the Macedonians have pretty big ego. Let's see. A little bit closer, just push a little bit closer. They don't have any missile troops except their ballista. And their ballista looks interested in firing, but isn't yet. All right, we're going to retreat just in case. We don't want the Scythians to get charged by any cavalry. So stay out of range of cavalry. They are chasing with some light lancers, so we'll bring our Scythians over this direction. And we'll be able to intercept these light lancers with my generals' units. They'll break almost immediately, I'm guessing. Shaken, broken, perfect. And we have another unit of light lancers charging in. Not really sure that this is a good plan. They should break relatively quickly as well. We've taken a few casualties. Hopefully we don't get unlucky losing a general, but nope, they've broken as well. So let's go ahead and retreat with the generals. They have just their general's unit. And if either of these light lancers reform, but honestly, these light lancers are barely a threat anymore. They've lost most of their strength. Let's pull up the Scythians to start getting some shots in on the militia hoplites and levy pikemen. We'll keep the general nearby. Yeah, are they just going in for another charge? All right. Let's keep the generals here. And I mean, I honestly think I could handle these light lancers with just the Scythians firing at them. They'd probably break, but we'll see. Let's get our Scythians nice and close to get some shots in. But not close enough for the Peltas to have a shot. We're going to start ripping apart these militia hoplites. Let's focus on the levies. And at this point, none of their troops can catch my Scythians, so I'm not really worried. We'll just slowly wear down their militia hoplites and their levy pikemen. Yeah, this is not going to go well for them. All right, so we're being charged by some Greek cavalry or some light lancers. We'll just keep moving when the light lancers charge us. We got another bar of experience for the Scythian mercenaries over here. Very good. All right, pull back into range. All right, they're in range there. Well, two of them are. Let's pull up slightly better. There we go. And with each chevron of experience, they gain another 1 missile attack. So these are deadly now. Again, being charged by light lancers. We'll fight them off with our generals. Come on, guys, get running. I'd love to fight with the light lancers one more time. Just break them. Yeah, they're devastated. I doubt they'll reform after that. They are no more threat. We'll switch our attention back to the levy pikemen. Just keep them dancing. Keep dealing damage. At this point, I can speed things up a little bit. And the ballistas are charging my general's unit. That doesn't make a lot of sense. That was kind of their only hope. Just get a lucky shot with the ballistas, but oh well. Maybe it was a diversion because they're fleeing. We'll just chase down these levies, get a few more kills. I'm happy with that. So we killed 460 of them, leaving 336, and we lost nothing. We just lost some warlord, which will heal up next turn. So nice, easy win. And that kicks them out of the region of Thessalonica, so that's pretty fantastic for me. We'll go back to Thessalonica just for now until the public order situation's in control with a garrison. And yeah, once we get a couple more Chosen Archer Warband and maybe a couple peasants, we'll be able to leave Thessalonica and march south, start taking out these armies. Now the Silver Chevron Scythians, these two units have missile attack of 12. So good. Let's go ahead and end this turn. There's nothing else we can do this turn. Yeah, the Macedonians are trying to spy on us, but they don't really have any hope. And we have a great new general. I'm glad we waited for Athena because we now have Venkaslak. Not a great name, Venkaslak. Yeah, there's no real good way to say that, but he's a superior commander, good defender, been in the wars, sharp. So he will be hard to kill, and he's already a very good commander. I will absolutely take him at just 16. He's fantastic. And Venkaslak ended up in Thessalonica, so he will be right on the front line, getting better with every battle. And I want to take a look now if I take out all my troops now that I've trained another unit of Archer Warband. How's the public order in Thessalonica? 55%. We're almost there. Let's see if any of these generals are good at influence. Only Scylurus the Conqueror, and I don't want to use him for just being a manager. We have a lot of money. Let's go ahead and build some Thracian mercenaries for Thessalonica. They'll stay behind there. What does that bring us to? 65%. So after the next unit's trained, we won't have any rioting next turn. So we're good to leave Thessalonica alone for now. It will figure itself out next turn. Let's take a look at our announcements. Our end of turn report. We profited 1,800 denarii that turn. Not bad at all. Some Athenian is doing some thinking. We don't really care about that as Dacians. We are again the most advanced faction, which is very exciting. I'm not surprised at all. And we have a new general coming of age, Pallicus, again up in Segestica. So Segestica is getting relatively stacked here. Palicus, he's not great. Calm and Scout are really good traits, but Doubtful Loyalties is a horrible trait. This makes him an active liability to any town that he's sitting in. So, yeah, as long as he's not the manager, I think it's all right. But, yeah, I would not want to leave Palicus in charge of a town. In Tylus, we have our Warlord's Stables, which is very exciting. We can train Barbarian Noble Cavalry here. We'll build 2 units of those to send north to help out with the Scythians. And what do we want to build next? We probably should build a Sacred Circle of Habilisis for morale bonus +2. We'll go ahead and do that in Tylus. In Campo Sketae, we have a blacksmith, and we'll go ahead and build a market here. It's not going to help out too much with trade, actually at all, but it helps out in that it gives us the option to train a spy, which we can't do now. And eventually I do think it will help out with trade to get the bonus tradable goods in all these cities. In Thessalonica, we have mines, which is amazing. The question is, do we want to build a trader or communal farming for our next upgrade? They both increase population growth rate a little bit. Let's go with a trader just because it doesn't help much, but an extra 60 trade per turn will pay for itself within 10 turns, and then we can get communal farming. I'm just nervous to get the population too big in this town because I'll never be able to retrain it into a Dacian-style city. So this culture penalty of 45% it's not going to be permanent, but it's going to last for a while. It'll help once we get rid of this shrine to Artemis, but also we want to keep this shrine to Artemis because it gives us missile weapons +1. So our Trojan Archer Warband here are a little bit better, so yeah, we'll have to see. Thessalonica might always be kind of a problem child city. We might have to enslave them every 100 turns or something just to keep that in order. And congratulations to Venkaslak and Athena. Great name. I don't know about that, but he's going to do great things in the war. Don't worry. And speaking of, let's go ahead and send the conquering army south. We probably don't want to besiege Larissa immediately, but we'll just see what's down here. I don't want to lose this army. Oh, wow, the Brutii are moving fast. Look at that huge army. Hopefully they don't get to Larissa before I do. Interesting that they passed over this Greek large town, Thermon. Yep, Thermon is stacked. That is why they passed over it. They want to go for the weaker Macedonians. We're not yet at war with the Brutii, but I think that's probably going to happen very soon. I want these cities for myself. Especially the Macedonian ones. I don't care so much about the Greek ones yet because we're allies with them. But yeah, I don't see this ending well with the Brutii. I don't want them taking any land in Greece. Captain Dekainos, the reinforcements for Segestica, has arrived, so I'm feeling much more comfortable with Segestica. And we have a couple of units of barbarian peasants that we can disband in Salona, so we'll send them south. Check out the population now is at 865, and after we disband these guys, population goes up to 1345. That is much better. With a 3.5% population growth rate, we're actually going to be gaining a lot of population here in Salona, so hopefully we can get this up to a large town, minor city, before the Brutii declare war on us, but we'll see. Up here, Vezina, our sacrificial lamb of a faction leader, is looking very strong. 82 heavy cavalry, even stronger than last turn. He's ready to attack Lugotorix again. We'll just do this. Just weaken him up a little bit. And again, if I lose Vezina, it's not that big of a deal. We have such a good backup with Scylurus the Conqueror, so I'm kind of looking forward to it. So where do we want to charge? I'm thinking this big unit of barbarian cavalry looks like a good candidate. So again, let's seize the high ground. I'm going to move kind of quick again. Because, you know, I don't really care what happens in this battle. If he dies, he dies. And let's charge into this barbarian cavalry unit before they're prepared with the rest of the army. I mean, I could go straight for Lugotorix here, but I'm not going to because I'd rather do an actual blow to the army, weaken them up. So I used rally troops just to preserve the safety of Vezina somewhat. And this unit's shaken, it's wavering, the reinforcements are almost here. But we've chewed through most of this unit already. Come on. Yeah, we're not going to be able to break this unit quite yet. Let's see if we can get out of there with Vezina. We haven't taken too many casualties yet.
And this unit's looking pretty weak. Slow down again. Okay, we broke one unit and actually killed the whole unit. So that's great. Let's get out of harm's way. I could at this point just end the battle. We killed 100 of the enemy. But if I can fight Lugotorix himself, I would love to. Yes. Okay. Charge into Lugotorix. We'll use rally troops at the last moment to keep Vezina safe. If we can kill the man himself right here, this would be well worth losing Vezina. Come on, you can do it. There are like 3 guys stabbing him right now. Yeah, he's up here by himself. We might get him here. He's so close. Come on. We might not be able to kill him. Last try. All right, get out of there. We'll see if we can save Vezina. We'll break this unit of barbarian cavalry on the way out. Just, you know, one last insult. Look how weak I got him, though. 8 left in his unit. I'm kind of tempted to just fight a little longer. Just move around. See if we can get one more charge into Lugotorix. Come on, get out of there. Get out of there. Definitely don't want to fight huge full stack units of warband. But, I mean, we still have 55 heavy cavalry. That's a lot of heavy cavalry. If we could charge into the skirmisher warband or into Lugotorix himself, this would be easy. Oh, what are you doing, Lugotorix? Come on. You cannot be exposing yourself like this. Okay, we might get him here. Come on. One last charge. Rally troops. Oh, come on. Oh, he broke? We killed Lugotorix. Amazing. All right, get out of there. I might just flee at this point. Because if I don't lose Vezina even now, that would be amazing. They're not feeling too great about this battle. I might keep fighting a little bit. We'll see. Oh, they're shaken. Let's get them really exhausted. Because I'm only tired. They're very tired. They're unhappy due to exhaustion. Make them chase me. Let's try and get them to exhausted. Just keep moving. Just keep moving. They're very tired. Come on, next level. Exhausted. There we go. All right, I'm going to charge in. Rally troops. Let's see. Wavering. Broken. Let's go. Run down this unit. This is going way better than I expected. I didn't think we would actually kill the entire army here. We might not still, but we've killed half of the army at least, and we killed the general. This unit's wavering as well. I'm going to charge in right now. They broke. We're down to only 38 strength, so definitely not in fighting shape. But we're just going to run down as many of these troops as possible. I think we should charge the skirmisher warband just because they were reloading, even though we haven't run down these units yet. I just don't want them actually firing their missiles. Okay, they've retreated. Let's run down a few more warband. 112 left. We don't want them to reform. Come on, keep it going. But as long as we have multiple fleeing units, let's charge into this warband. They're wavering. Oh, I don't know. This might have been a bad choice. They were wavering. Now they're shaken. Let's get out of there. We don't want to lose Vezina. I might lose him here. That was a little bit risky. All right, we didn't lose him. Run down these warband. Just keep it moving. Let's go up here to the front unit because they're a little safer to run down. Beautiful. Go for this unit. We only have 14 left. I don't think I can handle even one more charge. So I'm going to let Vezina leave the battle. Don't even think I could charge into the skirmisher warband at this point. With 14 heavy cavalry, no matter how good they are, he's probably on the verge of death. So let's make our exit. We'll go over to the edge of the battlefield and flee the battle. That was a glorious victory, even if it won't tell me that. Go ahead and withdraw. out the side here, and let's see how we did. So we killed 617 enemies and didn't lose our general. They only have 500 troops left. That was a great result. Gained a chevron of experience as well, so Vezina is getting even better. Now at this point, Captain Senianus is looking really weak. I'm tempted to take Palicus and Cotizo from Segestica and just finish them off, because that's another 96 heavy cavalry. Let's just finish off this army. We'll fight them on the field. I think we can handle them. I really consider Lugotorix to be one of the biggest threats to my empire. So that was a crazy lucky result. How do we want to do this? We'll slow down a little bit. Maybe we both just stay together. I mean, you usually charge from opposite angles, but with this much heavy cavalry, I think we might be able to just charge into something. Let's get behind them. We'll try and turn them around. We want to charge into the skirmisher warband. They're kind of at the front. Let's charge this skirmisher warband. We'll use rally troops in one of the units. We got one break. The other unit is shaken. Alright, get out of there. We might lose a general here, but honestly, if we lost Palicus, that would be a good thing. Guy's a liability. Alright, let's charge this light cavalry. Shaken, wavering. We got their warlord. Oh, we might lose Palicus here. Oh no. Alright, let's have this guy withdraw. We don't actually want to lose two generals over this, so we'll get out of here. We did some more damage to this army. No big deal. We'll just follow this unit off. There you go. Withdraw. We killed 243 of them. Probably didn't do any good things to their traits, but it's alright. Look how weak this army's getting, though. That is barely an army. Compared to what Lugotorix brought when he invaded Dacian territory, that is not looking good for them. Last but not least, before we end this part, I would love to get rid of the rebel army here, Captain Hesbinus. They have some Scythian horse archers, unfortunately, and they have some peltasts, which shouldn't be any issue at all. Let's go ahead and fight them. Oh no, we don't quite have the move points for it. We'll deal with them next time. No worries. Honestly, I think next part's going to be pretty action-packed. We are finally going to be fighting the Scythians in their own territory. We'll probably besiege Campus Scythii. We'll probably push south and besiege Larissa. There will be some big battles there. We may have a confrontation with the Brudii, which would not be good at this point, but it's possible. And we're finally going to finish off Captain Burdick, Lugotorix's tiny little weakling army. Yeah, sorry guys, but you shouldn't have come into Dacian territory. But yeah, that's all for me now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and have a great day. Bye-bye.